Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more to the War in the East. So, as we continue, there is much to do. Now, what I'm thinking about here regarding the 1st Panzer Army is actually to pull back these elements of the 1st Panzer Army. Sorry, the 2nd Panzer Army, I should say. Pull back these elements of the 2nd Panzer Army. And the reason behind that rationale, well, the rationale behind this reasoning is, well, fundamentally, let's take a look at the fuel. Okay, 111, 100, 100. Okay, that's all good and everything like that, but I mean, that's not going to allow us to do anything right away. I mean, sure, we can pull off some small encirclement, but then we're going to have to refuel, inevitably. So we are going to inevitably run out of fuel and run out of steam. So what I favour instead is, while we have the great amount of infantry cover here, is actually to have the infantry to push up the front line. Pull back the 2nd Panzer Army to a position where it can recover fuel and recover losses, and even upgrade if necessary. So then what we can do is exploit situations in the future. As by having the 1st Panzer Army on the front line, I mean, it doesn't really do much for me. It doesn't allow me to do many things. I mean, there's a few opportunities around here. I mean, I can surround that 7th Guards Rifle Corps, which is about 25,000 men. And then we have some air bases, so that's really easy to surround. We have a tank corps, 3 tank corps, so there's 4 tank corps right here. I mean, that's more than worth it. Another 2 tank corps over here as well. So in this small area, we have a good number of forces that we can surround, and another 2 tank corps over here. Blah blah blah, I can't speak today. So if we take a look at their AFV strength, 4875 ready. Yeah, our strength continues to grow. So if I was to surround all these forces here, which I could fairly easily do, I mean, I could remarkably easily do that. The thing is, as well, I have infantry here, and a lot of infantry that can move quite far. So that is more than easily doable. It can be achieved. So the question really is over here as well. At the moment, these forces here are considered out of supply. Well, kind of out of supply. Isolated, I should say. They're not surrounded as such, so they won't surrender, but they are away from supply. So they would be more than likely to retreat. They would only use their like half firepower, really. So it just reduces their combat potential. So what we need to do then is we need to increase the amount of divisions coming under that. So what we need to do then is actually punch through over here and make it to this rail line. Now, luckily, I can make it to the rail line using this armor division over here, which is superb. Now, what we need to do is we need to force this gap open wider. And I will intend to do that now. Okay. In regards to Finnish air power, we do need to use it. Now, that's a very well fortified position. These ones, not so much. Beyond that, there's really nothing here, so it's quite good for us. Very, very good. Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll run some reconnaissance here, just to figure out what the situation is on the ground, beyond the immediate front lines. Namely here that I need to find out. Okay, so what we can gather here is there's a decent concentration of the Red Air Force, or the Red Army, well, the Air Force of the Soviet Union in this area here. Which is fine, I can deal with that quite easily. These positions here, we have a Cavalry Corps Rifle Division, a Rifle and Airborne Brigade. So that's easy enough to deal with. Now then. So we have level 2 and then level 1 entrenchment here. These are Finnish troops, these are in fact German troops. I do need this corps available, I need to be able to move these men. I mean, once we deal with the Volkov frontier, then that's going to leave us with, oh god, a couple 100,000 men ready and able to participate in any offensive. So that would definitely and irrevocably shift the balance of power. I mean, it's already heavily in our favour. I mean, there's only around about just over 100,000 men separating us. They do have an advantage in guns, but not too much of an advantage. I mean, 4-5 versus our 4-0. AFV numbers 4-8 versus our 6-2. Their main advantage is aircraft, which is 7-7, while ours is 3-3. But we do have training, which is good. And we have the capability to knock out a number of troops in this turn here. We've already destroyed these troops, we can surround these troops down here. We have linked up with our forces of the Liebenstraße of Hitler, and then the 11th Panzer Division, which is superb. So the Red Army is on the brink of collapse. We need to be the ones to break the back of the Red Army. And then from that point on, they should not be able to recover. At least to any degree to present a threat. So let's see. I think we might as well start over here, just make things simple. Okay. So we do have the Air Force over here. Let's see. I mean, this would be easier to remove. In terms of fortifications, they're both good. Though this is swamp and that is heavy wood. So this one is the harder one to actually move out. So I'd like to use planes from actually that airfield now. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how one uses plane from only that area. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we have those two air bases selected there. So we have a lot of fighters, actually. Quite a lot of fighters. In fact, a great amount, but I could do using elsewhere. Okay. We'll put a few fighters for cover. Okay, 38 fighters in response. So MiG-3s and Yak-1s. I mean, Yak-1s aren't a laughing matter, they are pretty substantial. Right, we do have some German Junker 88s. I don't know, I don't think they're coming from these airfields. Okay, a few extra level bombers. Increase the amount of fighters. Okay. So details. 68 disrupted, 87 disrupted. So not many disrupted for the price of those planes. But it does impact on their combat values, which is good. Very good. So then, what we'll do is... what I can do is I can move this force here. And then that brigade in conjunction with that brigade could be enough. We'll have support move up here. In terms of support, we have some decent, I mean, heavy flak, 75mm guns, not exactly used for direct fire. We do have some 8-inch howitzers, so those are like World War I era guns. Super Finnish. Interesting. Super Finns. So these are like the Herculean Ubermensch from the Finns. Either way, that's some decent support. So we will not use the Finnish armoured. Okay. Now, I'd ideally like to have them move other way, so we'll see what we can do here. Ideally, they move that way. Okay, not the result I wanted. I mean, I can move up and exploit that. So I can shift them back across the river then. Again, not what I wanted. Really not what I was hoping for, but we can make our way around it. Okay. Yeah, that's affected my plans here. Indeed. Okay, not enough to attack actually, so that wasn't really a good idea. Okay. Okay. And together they should be able to, yeah, okay. Now that does allow me to move up there, and I would be able to cut the rail line here. However, I'd rather have been able to cut it there. I do have some movement here, which is decent. And I could push that back, but I need to push this out of the way. So I'd have some capability to do something. I think pushing this, or at least... Yeah, we'll move here then. Let's see, do I have enough for an attack? I do not. And I have enough for an attack over there. But there we go, that's opened it up far, far more. So, I mean, I could move... I mean, assuming that's a... I would say that's more than likely an airfield. I really don't know what it is, but we may find out. Okay. Right. Okay, let's push up over here then. So we'll use troops from the rear. Okay, have them assigned to our headquarters. I mean, obviously, they are far over their capacity here in terms of command. There's not much I can do about that at the moment. We'll just have to make bloody well do, won't they? Yeah, definitely over command. Either way. Okay. Right then. So that gives us some power here. Right, so I could move 2 divisions. Yes, so I could move 2 divisions there. Use them to punch. And here I could use them to punch. So where should we go for? And then again, I do need to use air power here. Okay. Do we have anything in the air reserve? I do. Awesome. That's a good amount. Nice. That's really quite handy. Okay, so they would be the most difficult. So let's see, morale. Experience is very low here. Supply is good, however. Okay. We'll go for them here. To begin with, anyway. Okay, that's a massive strike. Okay, and not a single plane was lost either. So that will definitely have a big impact on their ability to fight. Yeah, you can see that 2,104 disrupted. That is a huge amount of men that has been disrupted. So that is pretty damn good. Okay. So we'll hit that again. We'll use level bombers this time, and then I'll save the tacticals. Increase the... Well, I don't need much in the way of fire cover, actually. There we go. Yeah, 2,212. So that is a huge impact. Considering this is a division and it's like maybe at like what... I'm gonna estimate maybe 9,000 men if it's doing well. Maybe. So what we'll do now is we'll use our air power here. I mean, then again, if I hit that hard, like really hard, I could shatter it. And I think I do want to try and shatter it. So I think we'll aim our air power here. And I do need to move up this way, but we'll use our air power against that one spot. I need to change these to... I don't know, I need to like look at possibly changing them to like a ground attack roll. Okay, that's 322 bombers. There's some fighter cover here, so I do need to send more. So we'll just select everything. Okay. Right, let's see the damage here. Detail, so 1,000. 2,000, that's good. Here, 3,914. Then 4,157. Yeah, that is a rather ineffective force now. I'm going to say that one. Okay, I just hope I can shatter it. If I can shatter it, that'd be amazing. So we do have the 48th Army headquarters over here, which is good to know. Okay. So we'll use our forces here. Right, we'll hit you, I think, first. Yeah, 10,000 men. So that's actually a fairly effective force. And let's see what sort of damage that had on them in terms of disruption. Okay, so disruption wasn't exactly amazing, but it's damaged a lot of them. So it's decreased their numbers even further, which is good. You see ground elements here, ready 1,056, disrupted apparently 0. Okay. Yeah, that's hurt them. I don't have enough, but I could probably hit that force and possibly force that away. We'll try this one here anyway. Hasty attack, why not? Okay. Didn't do what I wanted or hoped for. And that's that force spent now. But if we take a look at the actual ground attack, it disrupted a further number of troops there. So I mean they're heavily disrupted right now. Okay. Yeah, so they lost some forces in that. It's good to know. Okay. So now the SS have an easy route forward, and these troops have an easy route forward. Right. Let's see. We'll form this. See, I need to cross here. I might as well just use this force here just to smash them. They do need some reinforcements, however. Issue is this. Yeah. The zone of control and the river does not help. So we'll use this force. I might push these guys out of the way first and then do something here. Okay. Right. We'll punch. They're gonna hold. That's rather irritating. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. Okay. So I do have the elements of the SS force here. They do have some Stug battalion, well, Stugs assigned. We could increase the number of Stugs if I so wished. I don't know if I so wish, though. I mean, I don't know. I had all these assault guns basically hoarded at the army group level headquarters, so I could use them. I should say incredibly valuable assets. The thing is, there's not too much in the way of significant resistance that would force me to use them for other things. But we'll hold off for the moment. Right, we'll punch. Yes, good. Okay, so it was a good fight. And then let's take a look at what actually happened there. So that was an Axis air. And there we go. Okay, so that was the air battles. You can see they were heavily disrupted. That was the first... No, this was the SS attacking, so yep, a few more disrupted. That's good. Okay. Just use a lot of our movement, so what I can do then is I can move possibly here. Then at least I could attack this force. But I might as well do that when I have something else to put in there. Then again, that would hurt too much. Okay. So now I do have these Jaegers. Let's see. The issue is the swamp. That is the issue. I'll try and push them away so I can not worry too much about zone of control. They'll hold. Yes, and hold. Shame. Oh well. Right. Okay, they could do that job. Would they have enough for a full attack? I think so. Or not. Fuck. Okay, that hurt. That was a pretty silly move, but oh well. We'll try... we'll hit here then. Should have enough for another hasty attack. Yeah, okay. Right, of course. Do I have another enemy? No, I don't. Okay, fair enough. That does leave me some extra forces here to go forward. Good. Okay, I do have that force. Nice. Yeah, it's extremely overburdened. I could do with having these troops move to like other headquarters in the area and spreading it out. But a lot of these troops will be sent to other fronts soon enough. Soon enough. The important thing here is that I can get across the Mologa River. Once I do that, then we're closer to the Finnish armor that should cross around about here. So if I can make it across here, that's good. Be able to possibly achieve a link up. Okay, now the issue is getting across here. That's the problem. So, right. We'll move here then. You can move across. Okay, not enough for a full attack, but we'll go with hasty, see what we can pull off. Okay, that helps. Issue is obviously we can't really exploit that. Okay. Excellent. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, we'll wait, and then I can move these rail lines up further. And then again, I can only go like one more. So, Okay. I think I'll save my movement then. And the thing is, they're still in the rail now. Obviously, it would help, but... Okay, what we'll do then is... we'll move up to here. So I'd like to be able to move up over here as well. I mean, I can't access this rail grid at the moment, which is a shame, due to these arseholes on the tracks. But if we could link up to the Leningrad system, that would be excellent. And I don't have a connection to the Finnish rail network, which is really hindering me at the moment. So what we'll do then is... move one. There we go. And again. There we go. Now move you via rail. Or not. Okay, we'll move you down anyway. So at least we'll have rail coverage up to here now, which is good. I mean, that does really help us out with this push here, this offensive. So let's see. How interesting. Okay. So you could make it there. I know this is going to be terrible, but I will air supply this force here. I just want to be able to get there. And really restrict the amount of supply they receive. So we'll do that. I mean, it's very much a move, like, quite... with a lot of bravado. But yeah, you see the effect that's had there. It's a shame I don't have 2 more hexes, otherwise these would have been all cut off. But that's had an impact there. So that means that these guys are not connected to the actual system as such. Well, they're going to require further vehicle support and logistics. So that's going to impact on their ability to fight and the Red Army's ability to conduct actual operations or do things in general. So that's having a strategic impact here. Okay, so over here we need to find a way to encircle these forces. And it should be fairly easy. Do I move across the river? Is there any point moving across the river? Not really. Then again, I'll move across the river. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay, I can move there. So we'll do it. So technically I just need to get that and then that'd be encircled. Barely any fuel there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to focus on actually surrounding these forces here. So, I mean, what do we have here? We have a guard rifle division. We have 2 guard rifle corps. We have a 5th rifle corps. We have the 11th rifle corps, and then another division there. And then a 3rd cavalry corps, and then the 107th rifle division. So, a lot of forces in the area. That is a slightly large amount of forces in the area. But if we can isolate along with the absolutely cataclysmic blows they're receiving, that will be extraordinary. I mean, at the moment they've lost 103,000 men, 2,756 guns, 329 armoured fighting vehicles, so not too many armoured fighting vehicles, but the numbers increase and it will steadily increase over time. As long as I can take over 100,000 and ideally over 200,000 men next turn, we can really reel these blows. I mean, the fact that if I was able to get something there, that we'd be able to just completely just annihilate. I mean, it wouldn't last long. I mean, if I can't secure this, but I mean, it would cut them off for that turn. But the fact is, both rail lines are cut now, so that means that their vehicle requirement has increased exponentially. I mean, these forces are still okay, but they obviously can't move out via rail. So this will break next turn. But obviously, as we encircle and destroy these forces here in the following action, then we'll have more force to drive up. I mean, we have all these forces here, the 16th Army, to drive up there, and then we'll have the Finnish forces coming down too. So I'm confident that this will be doable. I need to put a hell of a lot more pressure on the pocket here, and truly form it into a pocket. We need to just coax them closer and closer into our own Battle of Cannae. Once again, anyway. Okay. If I had captured that city there, that'd have been good. It would have broken the line. But then this rail line would have still been in use. Oh, I don't know if it would have still been in use, but more than likely still in use. Well, yeah. It would have still been in use up to there, so that would allow them to get more reinforcements up in this area. I mean, they can still move there and send troops like down that way, but well, I'm fine for capturing that. It allows us to cut these forces off here. Okay. God damn, they can move far. That's pretty fucking impressive. I could use that force there to cover all these motorized. Okay, speaking of the motorized. Really no movement, wow. Jeez. I mean, what I want to do here is I want to have the infantry cover these guys here and then possibly drive on towards Gorky. But Gorky's going to be a little bit harder. I could always try and cut that rail line, because this rail line would be more than likely established once more. So if I can cut that rail line once again, and secure it. It extends the rail travel time significantly. Okay. So, these forces can't move too far. These forces can move a good distance, actually. They can move all the way up there. Sweet. So we begin with these. So what we'll do then is, we'll have you as a full formation. Now, what I'll do is I'll move to that town. I'll push... we'll push up here. Then at least we have that covered, and it gives us a little bit of breathing room. I mean, I could move there. There's no point doing that. All I need is that. Okay. Righto. Okay, so you have a decent amount of fuel here. Right in the city too. Okay. I'll use that to secure this position here. Actually, what I can do here is... There we go. So now what I can do is I can draw... Well, actually, I don't even need to be in the city. I can be there. I can draw a little bit of supply and fuel from Volgoda, which allows me to distribute that. So that's a little bit of extra in that area to help us out. This ideally could be reassigned. What I might do is just have these forces stay here for the moment. Build up the amount of fuel in them. Okay, we'll have you reassigned to this headquarters. Shit. Okay. Right, have them reassigned. Fuck's sake. Right, 40th. There we go. Right, that works fine for me. We have this small town here, so move there. Okay. Actually, no. Okie dokie. I mean, what I could do is I could move... Oh, not. Let's say if I could move that there, that'd be great. I could move it... No, I can't. Okay. Right, okay. That's difficult. Apparently sometimes there's a lot of population there. Oh, right here, okay. I don't know how that wasn't already captured. Okay, have them reassigned. Okay. No, I should have just had that, like, signed. Okay. Yeah, whatever, that'll do. I should know that one. Fuck, I'm just wasting points here. Sweet. So that rail line is now cut again. Okay. Yep. try and surround Vladimir. Okay. Nice. Actually, might as well just have you assigned over here. And that works out fine at 5 divisions in the core. Okay. And this is it. We are slowly but surely driving into the Red Army. I mean, the summer of the spring and summer of 1942 is going to be the catastrophic defeat of the Red Army. There's legitimately just no way they can come back. Just no way. Their numbers are just too low. I mean, they don't have that much more room to fall back to. That's the thing. And once the Volkov front is destroyed here, I mean, this is, I know for a while this is going to be cut off, but it's a fact of just doing this turn that reduces it increases their vehicle need. I can then try to push forward and hopefully reach across there. And they still have, well, no fuel here, but what we can do then is we can send out some fuel and, yeah, get them moving again. And we'll send heavy fighter cover. There we go. Right, sweet. So that gives them 38% fuel. So that's enough for them to move a couple hexes if they need to. I can start to force my way here, but the thing is these troops are going to start to move now, which is good. Well, they should do. So if I can get in here and then increase their zone of control, well, the zone of control issues that they have to go through, and then that's all the better for me. Okay. If I could move further, that'd be great. If I can make it across here. Issue is the terrain. But we have armor up here, so the thing is, even if they do start to move past us, we still have the opportunity to cut them off. Because frankly, they only have this corridor to move out. I mean, obviously they could move across this swampland here, but then that means they have much further to go, and frankly, yeah, it's not going to work out for them. Right, so that should work, so that should net us another 3 tank corps over here. Obviously they're not full strength, and then a rifle corps, cavalry corps. These forces are decent strength. I think it should last. I mean, I don't think they'll be able to have enough determined counter-resistance to potentially break through. They might be able to, who knows. Right then, so here. What we need to do then is cover our forces. Okay. So what do we have here? We have a army headquarters, so that's the 44th Army. Right, let's give ourselves some decent zone of control, or at least some zone of control to contest. Okay, yep, they can make it around that easily. I mean, I'd like to do that too. And grab the 2 tank corps there and cavalry. Okay, so there's more forces in this area, and that is a rifle force. So we'll be happy with what we can do. I mean, the tank Division could potentially do that. Potentially. Have you reassigned? Okay. And I do have that Panzer Division here too. Right, we'll assign you the Stoke Battalion here. So let's see. So that's 21 Stoke Fs. Stoke 3 Fs. Okay. Okay, sweet. Okay, so as of this moment, we have another tank corps, sorry, another 4 tank corps, guards rifle, 2nd cavalry, and then a tank brigade. So that's increasing the amount of forces that we can deny to the Red Army here considerably. That's a couple thousand anyway, tens of thousands. More interested in that equipment. It's like armor, importantly AFVs. I'd like to get that too. Okay, that's achievable. Right, so move this up over here. So that knocks away the airfields here, that's good. How much does that leave us with in terms of actual combat? Right, okay, so they're decently tough. Damn, I should have waited. Oh well. Okay, there's possibilities here. Sweet. Okay. Now, I should still be able to make this work, potentially. Right. Okay, I may regret doing that. Really? That was a waste of fuel. Nice. There we go. Now the thing is, I've compromised myself here by being too ambitious. I should have definitely checked that. I assumed I'd be able to push up. Okay. Oh, that's costly. I don't know if they'd be able to move, and that's a lot of action points and a lot, well, admin points, sorry, and a lot of just cost. Damn, that was a silly, silly move. Oh well, so this is more than likely going to fail here because of my hubris. But either way, they shouldn't be able to escape. Okay. So that was silly of me. Okay. Hmm. Increase morale. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so my hubris hasn't failed us yet. We will be able to make it work. So that's superb. That's absolutely superb. Whew, that's a save. Okay, then I'll be able to move up the rail lines to here. So our rail coverage is decent, it is advancing behind the lines. And you can see here just how the lines are shaping here. And we have our jaws over here. So that is pretty good. Things are definitely evolving. Okay, let's free up all the panzers that we can. And then I'll have the second Panzer Army moved up over here. And then we can have it rest in this area after annihilating these forces. And then what do we have here? Open ground. And I can sweep down from the north to the south. There we go. Oh, I actually might be able to isolate them. Okay. Awesome. Oh my god, they're going to be truly isolated. I mean, that's like how many more men here? So that is another... Right, so we've got Cavalry Corps, Mountain Division, Guards Mountain Division. Is that Guards Mountain Division? Yeah, Guards Mountain Division. So that's 2 Mountain Divisions. Cavalry Corps, Rifle, and then a Tank Brigade. So that's still quite a number of men there. Interesting. Okay, use a determined effort. Yeah, I can always use that. Nice. Actually. If I have to, I might as well. There we go, so we are expanding the rail network. So it'll expand this way. And then I'll join onto the rails here. But I mean, this is a number of forces that are going to be cut off and hopefully annihilated. So I mean, if we can take, I don't know, I'm aiming for about 500,000. I want to be able to take 500,000, not in this turn, but in total. So we've got 200,000 so far. A further 300,000, and that would be the most amazing thing. I mean, we're 2 hexes away from just completely isolating this army. It's not going to last, but we can make it work by forcing our troops up here, and then we can move our armor up here. I mean, the more difficult we make it, I mean, if I move up here to block that rail line, then they're absolutely fucked. So there's not much hope for the Volkov front. They're going to find it practically impossible to escape. And that's like how we want it. So we can make this work now. Okay. Good, so I can use these forces together. Actually. Okay, well, it'll work a hell of a lot better than it would. I mean, I can ensure that these forces... I don't know about these ones, but we can hope. Let's see. Actually, no, I do have these forces too. Yeah, they can make it, sure. Sweet, okay. I could even come all the way around here, but I won't. Okay, have them reassigned. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Right, form up these elements. Oh, that's 18th, okay. Eighteenth's down there then, okay. Oh right, I see, different command. There we go. all of them under the same command, so they can now form back up. So they still have 93% fuel. I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah, there's really nothing here. I mean, I can sweep up behind them. They just don't have enough men. They just frankly do not have enough. I mean, if they weren't committed to the Volkov frontier, then they would be able to just reinforce this line significantly better and make it significantly harder for me to be able to do anything. I mean, they've given ground to Crimea. To reinforce the Caucasus, I mean, fair enough, good idea, really. That was a good move. But they've given ground elsewhere. And held ground, which is rather interesting. I mean, I know they want Leningrad. I know they're not far from Leningrad. But going through this line here would be very painful for them. I mean, they'd probably be able to achieve it, but it would be very painful. It's just the fact there's so many forces here. It's going to just increase their vehicle demand just immensely. Absolutely. Okay. And the fact that we've got even more men here. And if I could break through here, I could gain another cavalry corps and rifle corps. So that might be worthwhile taking a look at. And that's what we need to do, just like snip away at them. Just take what we can and cut it off. Just remove all offensive abilities that they have. Okay. Uh, 30. Jesus, they can move far. I can practically surround the Rozane. Oh, so that's Tambov. Who'd have thought we'd ever make it to Tambov? Sign some Stokes. What do we have here then? Okay. No, not the fucking Panzer Corps. Fuck's sake. Was that the 29th? Okay. And I could, they still have a decent amount of defense, actually, so I'll just go there. Fuck. Okay, who commands this corps? Heinrich von Wittengolf. Weigentengolf. Not bad. Not bad. It's fairly expensive to dismiss, actually, so I won't do that. Okay, what I want to do then is I want to have this moved elsewhere. Like over here. Actually, no. That's where it needs to be. The reason being so it can gather fuel. There we go. Then I'll have something assigned to it. So I mean that's that there, so that's the rifle corps, and then there's the cavalry corps, then the second guards rifle corps. So that's a good amount of men so far. That's a good amount of men. Cross here. Actually. There we go, a little bit of movement. Then we'll seal this off over here. Okay. With them reassigned. Okay. So I mean, this is it. We just have so much. Damn the distance here between lines. This is it. I have another core now, so I can make things work. I mean, I only have 7 admin points, but I could probably make things work. We'll sort that out next time. So I'd like to thank you all for watching so very much. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And, yep, I'm glad I was able to salvage that. That's, let's see. There's a lot of forces, in fact, that are in danger here. That's it, the AI has a lot of things to respond to. The final victory isn't too far away, in all honesty. We've not made too many grandiose moves either. We've not made many, like, huge advances. The largest one would probably be, like, up here, but even then that's not too far away from supply. Speaking of that, actually. You move about as far as you can, so yeah, this one is the one that's going to be draining vehicles from us, as you can see here. And this is covered down here. Yep, they're doing well. Over here, obviously I don't have vehicle, well, logistical support, but I do have like a bunch of them working. But we're not going too far. I mean, once we do this, we'll wait for the next army command, we'll allow our panzers to fuel up, and then we'll decide really where we shall go. Do we strive towards Baku? I think we could strive towards Baku. And the best thing I'd want to do is just completely avoid the Caucasus Mountains. But then again, I'd have to force my way down the coast. That would be a lot easier. So if I can just... Well, in all honesty, I mean, if we just force our way across here, and then try to just cut off Baku from the rest of the forces over here, that'd be good. But I just isolating Stalingrad. Well, isolating them from, like, Stalingrad and the rest of the Soviet Union would be good. I don't know how many men are in here. I have no idea what numbers we're looking at. But I can only assume there'll be a decent number. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. See you all very, very soon. And do subscribe for more, and if you do believe that I've earned it, you can always become one of my patrons. It does really help. Goodbye for now.